there. Now, 7 UK cities have been announced as the contenders to host next year's Eurovision Song Contest. The shortlist, whittled down from 20 places that expressed an interest, is, I stress this is just alphabetical order, Birmingham, Glasgow, Leeds, Liverpool, Manchester, Newcastle and Sheffield. The UK will host next May after coming second in this year's contest, organisers deciding it wouldn't be possible to stage it in the winning country, Ukraine. Our arts correspondent David Silito has more.
Eurovision 1960, presented by Katie Boyle.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the BBC, I'd like to welcome you all to the 5th annual Eurovision Song Contest.
Europe thinks the British are reserved.
The UK has a long history of hosting the contest. Edinburgh, Harrogate, Birmingham, it's been all over. The question is, where next?
There are 7 cities on the shortlist.
We now have a clue. The shortlist was announced on Radio 2. Birmingham, Glasgow, Leeds, Manchester, Newcastle, Sheffield and Liverpool.
Oh,
and that's it.
That was really tense.
Who were more than pleased, especially one local Eurovision star who came so close to winning in 1993.
I am over the moon. My fingers are so crossed that it comes to Liverpool. I mean, we've ticked all the boxes. We've got the arena, we've got the beautiful city, everything's on the doorstep. You know, we're just going to have the biggest party ever.
And of course, Liverpool does have a little bit of a musical heritage. There is romance to their bid, but the winner will be determined much more by practicalities. Eurovision is these days huge.
Glasgow, for instance, has proved its ability to host major events. It recently hosted the COP International Climate Conference. But the fact that so many cities have the hotels and facilities to be in the running says something.
I think it's a great sign for the North as well. I think that a lot of tourism in the UK is very London-centric, and the fact that there are so many northern cities on the shortlist is a really good sign that people are starting to see the North for, I guess, the tourism that it can bring.
And whoever is finally chosen in the autumn, that's only the beginning. Modern Eurovision is these days rather larger than it was when the UK last hosted in 1998.
183 points. He did so.
And David is in Liverpool. And as you say, it is an enormous event, David, and that needs money. Who pays for all of this?
That's a very good question indeed. Remember, 1998, Birmingham, I was there and I thought, this is huge. Go to it now and you realise it's more than twice the size. And remember, they're not doing it once, they're doing it twice, 3 times because of those semi-finals. 2,500 people are involved in making the Eurovision Song Contest happen. That costs a lot of money, not just millions, we're talking tens of millions. The vast majority of that will then fall on the BBC as the host broadcaster, and as everyone knows, not a lot of spare cash there. So a lot of questions will be asked about the host cities. How much can they contribute? Well, show me a local authority in Britain that's got a lot of spare cash around at the moment. However, we understand that Turin spent around 10 million, and they consider that a good investment in terms of the tourism they got back in return. And also, there will be conversations with the government about whether or not they can help. But I think you need to look at what we've got here is the infrastructure is all in place. So many cities are in a position where they can actually host it.
Exciting times. Thanks very much, David Silito. Thank you. Now, stargazers